This year, our conference is themed Gas, the Road to Economic Recovery. The theme underscores the critical role gas will play in revitalizing Nigeria's economy, creating jobs and delivering energy solutions that will transform industries, communities, and lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to listen to the keynote address, and yes, that will be delivered by none other than the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Right Honorable Ekperikwe Ekpo. And yes, those words will be spoken on his behalf by the Ambassador Nicholas Agbo Ella, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources. And yes, to deliver those words, please join me to welcome the Deputy Director, Gas, Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Dr. Bello Saidu. Round of applause for him. As it takes the stage, it is time for us to listen to the keynote address. Yes, this is the ministerial address that will be delivered by none other than the Deputy Director, Gas, Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Dr. Bello Saidu.
All protocol duly observed. Good morning, distinguished guests, industry leaders, NLPG President, Mr. Felix Okundayo, esteemed members of the Governing Council, and stakeholders across Nigeria energy landscape. I am honored to stand before you here to deliver the Honorable Minister's keynote address. Today, as the 14th NLPGA conference and exhibition, where we gather to further the mission of advancing Nigeria energy future through liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. It is inspiring to see the dedication of the Nigeria Liquefied Petroleum Gas Association in convening us all to address the issues and opportunities in our LPG sector. As we embrace this year's theme, we build upon our commitment to Nigerian gas industry. I am optimistic about the future we can shape together. Nigeria holds vast amount of natural gas resources, estimated at over 208 trillion cubic feet, 209 precisely trillion cubic feet, ranking us among the top gas-rich nations globally. Yet, as abundant as our resources are, their value depends on how we harness them. LPG, a byproduct of natural gas processing, is vital to diversifying our energy mix, securing our energy needs, and driving our national development. The Nigerian government Decade of Gas initiative underscores our ambition to position gas, including LPG, as the primary energy source to fuel our economy. This initiative reflects our commitment to clean energy transition while meeting the demand of a growing population. However, LPG stands out as a clean, accessible, and sustainable energy source, and perhaps officially the Nigerian transition energy. The ministry's goal to replace 30 million kerosene stoves and wood stoves with LPG powered devices by 2030 is a step forward enhancing energy access, reducing emissions, and promoting public health. Federal government LPG offers Nigeria a $10 billion market opportunity with an untapped potential. The sector supports cleaner energy and is a significant economic driver. Thousands of jobs have been created across LPG value chain, from distribution and bottling to retailing. According to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, increased LPG adoption could reduce household energy expenses by up to 25%, especially in rural areas with disproportionately higher energy costs. International partnerships have been instrumental in the LPG sector growth. A $250 million initiative from the African Development Bank and the US Trade and Development Agency has recently boosted LPG infrastructural development. The investment aimed to expand distribution channels, increase accessibility, demonstrating Nigeria's potential to attract local and foreign investment that fuel industry growth and job creation. LPG adoption offers economic and health benefit in rural areas where traditional energy sources like kerosene, firewood prevail. Studies show widespread of LPG adoption in rural areas reduce respiratory illness by 25%, offering millions of Nigerians a cleaner and healthier future. Despite our progress, significant challenges remain, particularly in infrastructure, affordability, and the supply chain. Nigeria domestic LPG storage capacity currently stands at 0.5 million tons, whereas annual demand is close to 1 million tons. This disparity highlights the need for investment in storage and distribution to stabilize supply and meet customer needs and demands. The Ministry of Petroleum Resources has worked tirelessly to improve affordability through tax incentives and by expanding the domestic LPG production capacity via Nigerian LNG Limited, which now supplies approximately 40% of our nation's LPG demand. These efforts are fundamental in bringing down costs and promoting wider access. Additionally, safety remains a top priority through the zero gas flaring policy. We are committed to reducing flare by 50% by 2025, which will reallocate around 1.2 billion cubic feet of gas daily to LPG production, directly supporting our sustainability and energy access goal. These measures are integral to ensuring that LPG adoption is affordable and safe for all Nigerians. Expanding LPG use is not just about energy, but about enhancing Nigeria's security and resilience. LPG contributes to a more sufficient Nigerian by reducing our dependency on imported fuels. As part of the ministry's mandate, we ensure that the Nigerian state can access reliable LPG distribution points, aiming for 90% energy coverage by 2030. This nationwide access will ensure that Nigeria household industries, businesses can rely on clean and affordable energy. Our vision in the ministry aligns strongly with the United Nations Development Goals, particularly Goal 7, which advocate for affordable and clean energy for all, collaborating with the developing partners and stakeholders like the NLPGA. We are setting policies alignment, LPG expansion with the Nigerian economic, environmental, social goals. Widespread adoption of LPG can significantly reduce indoor pollution, particularly in rural areas where respiratory illness have been linked to resilience on firewood and charcoal. The Ministry of Petroleum Resources has set a target of 5 million tons of LPG consumption by 2027. This ambitious goal will require investment in key infrastructure, supply policies, and most importantly, robust partnership as part of our roadmap as we focus on. Expanding LPG cylinder production, increasing local production to reduce cost. Microfinance support for rural areas, enabling rural households to adopt LPG as a primary source of energy. Public-private partnership, establishing over 100 new LPG refueling centers nationwide. In addition to our domestic goals, we are actively engaging with the regional bodies such as ECOWAS to extend our LPG infrastructure across West Africa. Collaborating with efforts with neighboring countries will secure Nigeria leadership in the region and strengthen LPG supply chain, benefit millions across the continent. As we gather here today, I urge you to consider the tremendous impact we can make by fostering LPG adoption across Nigeria. LPG success relies on the dedication of all stakeholders, government agencies, the private sector, and our international partners. Together we have resources, expertise and vision to ensure that LPG fulfills its promise as a transformative energy sources for Nigeria. Let us work in harmony to achieve our shared vision, ensure that clean energy drives Nigeria's journey towards economic growth, environmental sustainability, and national security. I look forward to the discussion, ideas, and collaboration from this conference. I am confident that the NLPGA and its stakeholders will continue to play a pivotal role in Nigerians' energy future. Thank you, and I extend my best wishes to a successful and productive conference. This is the message from the Honorable Minister of State Gas.